Hello there, Virgo. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of June 27th through July the 3rd. On Monday, what you have coming up is the Two of Coins. Two of Coins is just telling me that on Monday, you are doing a balancing act. Now, for some of you, this is going to be a financial balancing act. This can be paying the bills. This can be looking at the budget, figuring out, okay, do I have more coming in than's going out, or do I have more going out than's coming in? How can I balance that, balancing that budget? Now, for others of you, this is going to have to do more with time and energy. Where are you putting your time and energy? Are you kind of overloading it on the side of work? Or are you overloading it on the side of play, of family, of me time? Where is the balance in your energy and your time? And you're going to be looking at that and bringing that into a balance that makes you more happy with how your life is going. Okay? And then the other way that this can come in, I was just thinking of it, now it's gone. Where did it go? This can actually just be you having a hectic day, running from place to place to place and doing that balancing act, or jumping from project to project to project that has to be taken care of or maintained. And so just trying to keep up with all the spinning plates in the air and keep them all spinning. That type of thing. So something going on with balance for you guys on Monday. I do think all these different manifestations are coming in for different ones of you. So whichever one resonated the most, that's the one that I would expect for each of you to have come in. Of course, this is a general reading, so not everything I say is going to apply to every single Virgo here. Number 2 on Tuesday. Tuesday, we do have the falling tower showing up for you Virgos, and trust me, I'm sure there's some significance in the fact that I couldn't get around saying falling power here. So it's the falling tower, but it is in reverse. So one of the things that I need to talk about here is the fact that I said falling power. Like I said, that's significant. So for a lot of you Virgos, this has to do with a situation where you feel like you're not in control, or you have less control than you had before. When the falling tower card comes in reverse, it does talk about a recovery period. This is where you start to get back on your feet again, and you start to get things back going in a good groove again. So when I have this card coming up on reverse, this is a good sign. This is good news that there's forward progress coming. You did have something that was uncomfortable or devastating maybe even happen to you, somewhere in that range between uncomfortable and devastating. And now you're recovering from that. You're getting back on your feet. You're finding other opportunities that are better than what you were doing before. Okay? So I feel like some of you did literally have some kind of fall from power, and now you're regaining your own power. For others of you, this is a typical falling tower in reverse meaning, which just means that there was something that was making you feel secure in your life, or giving you some kind of sense of security in your life, that sort of fell apart suddenly and unexpectedly. Now, this can be anything from a relationship to a job. This can be your car breaking down. This can be really anything that gives you a sense of security. So what's going on when the tower is in reverse, very similar to what I just explained to the other people that this applies to in a little different way. You're getting back on your feet from that. You're recovering from that. You're looking around. You're finding out that there are other opportunities around you that are better. Maybe you're realizing that there are better potential partners out there for you if this was a relationship situation. Maybe you're finding that there are jobs that have, more pay and expect less of you if this was a job situation. But you're just finding out that whatever is around and available to you now as opportunities is better than what was going on before the tower fell, so to speak. Now on Wednesday, happy Wednesday, 9 of Cups showing up in reverse for you Virgos. 9 of Cups in reverse, what is this? Some of you Virgos are going to be really tired of a situation or a lifestyle habit. For some of you, this could be drinking. For some of you, this could be eating gluten and getting the rashes that gluten can cause if you're allergic to it. It can be really any negative habit that you have. But I feel like on Wednesday, what's going on is you're recognizing the impact that this habit is having on you, and you are saying, no more. I am done with that. And kind of, you can almost kind of see this when you look at this card. If you see how all of those cups are upside down, it's like everything's being poured out. Very reminiscent to me of somebody pouring alcohol down the drain of a sink. However, it doesn't have the feel of alcohol for many of you, maybe like 20% of you. But for a lot of you, this has to do with other habits that are impacting you negatively. And it feels there's a heavy emphasis here on food choices. Gluten comes up as an example, but I feel like there are other things going on for different ones of you too, that you realize that some of the foods that you have been eating are having a negative impact on you, and you're ready to lose the negative impact and therefore lose that food. So definitely taking a habit that has been impacting you negatively and kissing it goodbye on Wednesday. Now, on Thursday, Ace of Swords showing up in reverse. You're actually the second sign to get this card on Thursday, and both in reverse. So Ace of Swords in reverse is just talking about passing along good ideas to other people in your sphere of influence. This thing has a huge range. For some of you, this is going to be teaching your little one how to tie their shoes. That's passing along good ideas. For others of you, this is going to be holding a huge live teleconference with thousands and thousands and thousands of viewers. So passing along good ideas to somebody in your sphere of influence, or to some bodies in your sphere of influence, is what's coming up for you guys on Thursday, Virgo. On Friday, Six of Cups coming up in reverse. For you guys, this has a strong feeling of children. Now, I don't really sense children all that often in my readings. In fact, if you've watched my readings, you've probably never really heard me talk that much about children before. Even when the Six of Cups comes up, I always go back to something in the past or something old. But this is, to me, this is something about children. And there's something about children that is making you not very happy on Friday. So for some of you, it's going to be that you have a babysitter all lined up and you're getting ready to go out and spend some sweet time with your honey, and then the babysitter comes down with the flu or something and can't come take care of the kids. Or for others, it may be that you have a child that doesn't feel very good on Friday. Wow, I'm hearing Friday night. That's pretty specific, on Friday night. There's just something that has to do with children that is going to be impacting your life, and I think it's going to be whatever this that happens with the child is a little bit of a downer, which is not to say that being around children is a downer, because I don't believe that at all. I think children are fantastic. It's just that there's something going on that is not the most favorite thing to have go on with children. You know, like if you've got a child that's puking his head off, that's no fun. If you've got a child that is dealing with some issues, you know, so this is going to be something that you're going to be, I feel like it's something that you're going to be helping the child through in one way or another on Friday, and specifically Friday night for most of you. Okay. And I have to tell you too, I do feel like this is not going to apply to everybody. This is pretty specific anyway, so I would guess it wouldn't apply to everybody anyhow. It would be one of the least likely things to apply to everybody. But I'm also hearing that this just isn't going to apply to everybody. For some of you that that the child thing does not apply on Friday, I don't really have an alternative meaning that comes in here that does apply. Like, I'm not picking up, you know, either you're going to have problem with children, or you're going to have, you know, your ex-boyfriend come back in, or your ex-girlfriend. It's not that type of situation. To me, this has something to do with kids. And if that doesn't apply for you, then I got nothing for you on Friday. Sorry, but that's just the way it is this time. Okay, so let's move on to Saturday. Ace of Clubs showing up. This just tells me that you have a good idea coming in on Saturday. Now the aces are the very beginning of something, just like the Fool is the very beginning of a journey or a cycle. Aces are the very beginning. So when you have this idea come in, it's just the idea. We are not talking about any action. When we see this on Saturday, you're just getting this new idea about something you can do, something you feel happy to do, something you feel inspired to do. This may take some planning before it can actually take off. And just like anything else that is new, it has to be nurtured and it has to be fed and it has to be brought forward for it to be able to grow and develop. Now you have the option, you can grow or develop this idea, or you can just let it die on the vine, whatever you want to do with it. But you do have this really awesome idea that makes you feel inspired and happy coming in on Saturday. Sunday, Knight of Clubs showing up in reverse. I feel like you are going to be feeling some kind of apathy on Sunday. You're just not going to feel like doing anything. You might have had big plans for something to do on Sunday, and whenever it comes time to start getting ready to leave the house and go do them, you're just kind of like, I don't really care if I do this or not. Maybe it would be just as much fun to sit here with my feet up in my house shoes and watch Netflix. That type of feeling. There's just some apathy going on about something Sunday, and I don't really see a lot of activity. You know, nights usually talk about activity, adventure, starting something new, but with this guy being in reverse, I just see some real sluggishness coming in here. Sluggishness, and then, you know, wands to me, they're cheerful, they're upbeat, they're creative, they're outgoing. I don't see anything like that here. I don't see outgoing, definitely. And like I said, I don't see like being blue so much, but I just see apathy. I just see like this numbness, this sense of just really not feeling anything and not caring. It's that feeling, to me, how I relate it to it is this is the feeling that I get when I'm just so tired. And I've just, you know, if I've had so many readings and I'm just worn out and I haven't had any me time. This is what that feels like to me. Like somebody who hasn't had any me time and now they're kind of in zombie mode. You know, they're walking around, they're not comatose, but as far as mentally and emotionally, they kind of may as well be until they get some me time and then can start re-engaging with life again. And that's what it feels like to me. It feels like you've just kind of put the gear in neutral as far as engagement with life on Sunday. Okay, Virgos, that is your week. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Also, everybody who has left me tips, like, wow, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of your support. Everyone have a fantastic week, and I'll see you back here the next time. Peace out.